Look, we all know Google's NotebookLM has been a total game changer for AI research this past year. It's pretty incredible, but, and this is a big but, if you're uploading your private research, your company's data, or even your academic papers into it, you might be making a huge mistake. So today we're going to look at some powerful alternatives that give you way more privacy, rigor, and integration than you might be used to.
Okay, let's get right into it. This is the massive catch with NotebookLM, right? To get all that amazing analysis, you have to hand your documents over to Google. Now, for a casual user, maybe that's fine. But if you're a professional dealing with sensitive legal records, medical data, or private corporate info, that's an absolute deal breaker. You're basically just giving up control of your data.
And you know, it's not just about privacy. It's about being original. With over 4 million people using NotebookLM every single month, you're running a real risk of your AI-generated content sounding, well, just like everyone else's. When we all rely on the same tool, we create this giant echo chamber of generic stuff. The real secret is finding a workflow that gives you a unique edge.
So this is the bottom line. What are we actually risking when we just default to the most popular tool out there? Well, it really boils down to two things: having control over your own data and the uniqueness of your actual work. For anyone doing serious research or trying to build a business, these are not small details. They're everything.
This right here lays it all out pretty clearly. When it comes to data privacy, NotebookLM makes you upload to the cloud, which is a total non-starter for anything confidential. For all you academics out there, it has zero formal citation exports, no BibTeX, no Zotero, which turns writing a literature review into a manual nightmare. And for teams, it's completely cut off from your live data, so you're stuck working with static files.
So how do we fix this? We're going to break it down into 4 key solutions. Think of this like a roadmap to find the perfect tool for what you actually do. First, we'll talk about securing your data with a private AI. Second, how to do real academic-grade research. Third, we'll get into building live workflows for your team. And finally, we'll take a peek at the future, AI agents.
All right, first up, for every single person who just cringed at the idea of uploading sensitive files into the cloud, this one's for you. This is all about taking back complete control over your data and your entire research process.
The tech that makes all this possible is called local RAG. Now, don't let the name freak you out. The concept is actually super simple. Instead of you sending your private documents out to some public library for analysis, the AI librarian comes directly to your house, to your computer, and does all the work totally offline. Your data never, ever leaves your machine.
And a killer tool that does this perfectly is AnythingLLM. It is 100% offline and private. It runs right on your desktop, and you can even plug in powerful open-source models like Llama 3 to run on your own computer. The main thing is, your documents are never uploaded, anywhere.
And the best part? It completely skips all that setup friction you always hear about with open source stuff. No complicated command lines, no weird configurations. You just download the app, you point it to the folder with your documents, and you start chatting securely. It's really that simple.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about our second solution, which is built for a totally different need. If you're an academic, a student, or a professional researcher, you know the deal. A summary without a source is basically useless. This is for you guys. I mean, check out the difference here. It's night and day. NotebookLM gives you some cool insights, sure, but you can't easily get them into a proper bibliography. Tools like Paperguide, on the other hand, are built from the ground up for serious academic work. They generate these structured reviews that export directly to the tools you're already using, like Zotero and Mendeley.
Just think about the power you get with this. You're not just chatting with a couple of PDFs you happen to upload. You are tapping into a massive database of over 200 million academic papers, generating literature reviews on the fly and exporting perfectly formatted citations. This just erases hours and hours of tedious manual work.
All right, on to solution number 3. Now this one is for the teams, the businesses, the enterprises. Your work isn't just sitting in some static folder full of PDFs, right? It's happening live right now across a dozen different apps. So your AI needs to live there too.
This chart really just says it all. NotebookLM basically puts your knowledge in a box, capping you at 50 static files. But a tool like Dust completely blows that box open with unlimited live connections. It's not about analyzing what happened in the past, it's about understanding what's happening right now.
So what does that actually look like? It means your AI isn't just reading some report from last week. It's syncing directly with your team's live conversations in Slack, it sees the latest code being committed in GitHub, and it knows your project plans in Notion. It completely bypasses manual uploads and becomes a true real-time member of your team.
And that brings us to the final section, the real payoff. We've looked at tools that are more private, more rigorous, and more connected, but all of them are really just hinting at a much, much bigger shift in how we're all going to use AI. A shift from just passively chatting to actively working.
So let's just stop and ask ourselves a really basic question. For the last year, the whole world has been obsessed with chatting with your documents. And yeah, it's been revolutionary. But is that it? Is that really the end game? Is that all we want from these ridiculously powerful models?
No, the future isn't a passive AI that just reads and spits out a summary for you. It's an active AI agent. It's an AI that can read a sales report, understand the key takeaways, and then act on them by automatically drafting a follow-up email to your team. That's the real leap.
This quote just nails it. Think of NotebookLM as this isolated island where your documents go to sit, totally static and disconnected from everything else. The future? It's active, live rivers of information. It's tools that plug directly into your data streams and don't just give you summaries, they actually execute workflows.
So that leaves us with one final thought. After seeing all this, which workflow really fits your daily life best? Are you leaning toward the total privacy of something like AnythingLLM, the academic muscle of Paperguide, or the live team integration of Dust? Or maybe you're ready to start exploring that future with AI agents that can actively do work for you. Let me know which one fits you best down in the comments. And hey, if you want to stay ahead of the curve on all the AI tools that are actually going to save